is the remote computer, the server that you're accessing. So if you want to move something from here to here, you would highlight it over here and click this arrow. Now be careful, always try to make sure that you're in the right folder up here. Read that. Make sure you're in the right folder before you go dumping all your files into it. So anyway, now that we've moved that back, what was that? Onadish? We can delete it from over here. Now for those of you who are not too familiar with computers or haven't used them that long and not too familiar with shortcuts, you can do a multiple selection by hitting, when you click on something, if you hold control and click again, for each click it continues to hold the last clicks you made. And if you already made a click and you hit control and you still got control held down, or you hit control again and hold it down and click on an existing selection, it takes it away. And you can also select ranges by hitting shift click. Shift click starts from wherever the current selection is. For example, this top one has the border around it. Even though they're all highlighted selected, the top one's the one that has focus because it's got a fine line around it that you probably can't see. And but anyway, that's the one it'll start from, and then hitting shift and click will go all the way to the end of your selection where you click. Now to add to or take away from, you can hold down control and then click to add to or take away from by one at a time. And you can just play around with them a little bit. And to deselect a range, you can, or select a range again, you can hit shift click. Anyway, you do that to move files over. You go back up and you can actually select a folder and move an entire folder over. Both directions. You can move an entire folder this way, or you can move an entire folder this way. Or if you just want to open the folder, and either way, when you move it, it keeps the original copy wherever you moved it from. For example, we're going to move this single folder to the desktop. Well, it doesn't remove it from the server, it just makes us a copy for it on our desktop. Now if you move an existing folder, it'll ask to overwrite, and you can optionally select skip overwrites. That way the files that they both folders have, the ones that both of them have, will not overwrite each other, only the ones that they don't have. For example, if this one has a couple new songs. For example, I downloaded this folder from the server, and later that day I put a couple new songs in the folder copy, the copy of my folder that's on my desktop. I put a couple new songs in it, and I want to move it back. Well, I can skip right here where it says action. The default action in GFTP is skip file. I have my default set to overwrite for other reasons. But anyway, if it says overwrite, you can just click skip file. Or if you want it to overwrite, you can click overwrite. But anyway, what that does is the ones that are duplicates, that there is the same in both folders, it will skip them. It will not erase them and make them again. But the ones that do not exist already in both folders, it will copy over. Now again, a lot of you already know that, and that's common knowledge, but a lot of you don't. So alright, try to think what else. Just remember, this is the computer that you're connecting to. This is its address or its domain name, and this is your username to connect to that computer that you have an account on, and this is your password. And if you're trying to think of another good example, well, actually, we'll use the other one again. If you are actually doing a file transfer any day now, evidently it doesn't like uppercase letters. I bet that's what it is too. See up here how the connection failed, and it says waiting 30 seconds to connect again. Well, you can't do shit else. You gotta hit the stop button and then hit connect again. This right here is connect disconnect on GFTP, and this right here is stop whatever the hell you're doing. Domain name invalid. You see, it doesn't pay to be illiterate. Alright. Anyway. Any day now. Alright, so we'll take empty. Let me find one that I know isn't empty. Shit. I just transcoded shit up, a bunch of these, and I cannot remember which ones they were. Alright, we'll take this one and pretend like we want to copy it. Down here you get your progress bar, and then it shows the files in the file list that it's downloading. Usually it'll be collapsed, but you can click on the plus symbol to expand it. Otherwise it'll just show a folder with, X number of X complete. But that's your progress bar. You can right click on it to select stop transfer, and that'll obviously stop the transfer. And then remove file. I guess that means remove it from the file transfer. I don't think it actually means delete file. I think it just means remove it from the queue for the file transfer. And you can also click skip current file. But yeah, I don't have to really mess with these too often at all. Alright, I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Now, another thing is if you wind up using GFTP, which, like I said, I don't really care for it. It's not a bad one, I don't think. I just don't like it. But if you wind up using it, whenever it starts up, there we go, you'll notice it's a little bit different. You'll notice with GFTP, you've got 4 little windows. And what these are is it's a little bit easier for people who like to point and click, because I don't know if it has the option for bookmarks though. It looks like it's got a site manager. Anyway, yeah, it looks like it's got a way to keep track of your sites. I'm not sure. I'm guessing that it would back up your configurations on a hard disk somehow. Even if it saves them in its own directory like GFTP does, you can just go get them yourself. Anyway, this side is your computer, and this side is the server again. But this time, you don't see the files here, you just see the folders over here. And if you click on a folder, it will show you other files and folders that are inside of it down here. So you only see folders up here, no files are up here. And then when you click on a folder, you only see files down, well, you'll see the inside the contents files down here. And that applies the same as the right side for the server. Alright, see how we're at the root of the file system according to what the server tells us. And you see the folders down here, and if you open them, let me find one that I know has got something in it. If you open it, you can see the files down here also. But up here you will not see any files, you will only see folders. So, and you can click on a folder to see its contents up here. You don't have to open it down here. And again, you get the dot down here also to go back up one level. But up here, you can actually click on the folder to see whatever's inside of it down here. So remember, this side is the remote server, the server that you are connecting to, or the computer that you're connecting to. And this side is your computer. Always remember that. And to be honest, I would not have any clue how to... Okay, this one's pretty simple. Upload. You right click on the file you want to upload, and on this side you right click on the file you want to download. And that's also not a concept that some people grasp too easily, is the difference between uploading and downloading. If it's on your computer and you want to put it on another computer over the internet, then you would have to upload the file.